My friend who's a veterinarian is having a birthday and I want to give him a present. And in this case, it's gonna be custom Minecraft. Since he's a vet, I'm gonna add the weirdest animals in the world. But I gotta be quick. I only have 30 minutes to make this mod because he's going to work soon. And the first one I'm adding is this horrible creature, which happens to be the leech. To start, I need to make the model, and I'm using Blockbench for that. It kinda looks like a lizard, but all weird. Making the body is actually pretty simple. You just keep duplicating the parts that are gonna bend. Let me make it smaller so it looks more proportional. Now comes the charm of this leech. This is the part that creeps me out the most. If it didn't have those teeth, it probably wouldn't be so horrifying. Making them one by one takes a lot of time. After a while, I finally added teeth all over the mouth. I quickly did the paint job to speed things up. Just need to add a few more details to make it look better. What I basically do is place a few scattered pixels across the body. Some lighter, some darker. The animation is pretty simple. Not much to do since it's kind of like a lizard. And I even added a detail inside the mouth. Yep, even the mouth is animated in Minecraft. The leech ended up looking like this, kind of like a lantern. You could find these leeches in rivers or even on land. Whoa, what's that? Over there is a leech nest and there's one right here. I want to test if its bite hurts. Let me grab it. What an ugly sound. Look at that, dude. That's disgusting. I think it stuck to my hand. What the heck? Ow, ow, that hurts, dude. This thing hurts a lot. As you can see, I'm taking damage. Yeah, I don't recommend anyone try this. Oh my god, now that I notice, it crawled up to my head. Dang it, there was no way out. It ended up killing me. Yeah, my vet friend is definitely gonna love this first mob I made, but I want to make another one. And the next one's gonna be this fish here. It's called an abyssal fish, and it usually lives deep down in the ocean. I've already started, so you can kind of see how it's gonna look. This extra piece will be the lantern on its head. That's its trademark feature, so it can't be missing. Now I just gotta make a little cube here, and I need to hurry because my friend's about to leave for work. Alright, eyes are done. Now comes the fun part, the teeth. This is gonna make it way creepier. It's gonna have some massive teeth. Look at the size of that. Oh my god. Now I just gotta duplicate everything and make some adjustments. Okay, it's looking kind of like this. Animation is the coolest part of this fish. This is how it looks when it's attacking, like it's biting. Its head even shakes. What the heck? And when it's just chilling, it looks like this, kind of swimming around. These fish only live deep in the ocean here in Minecraft. I'm all set now, wearing my rain suit. If you didn't know, when I wear this suit, I can go into the water. Without it, I can't. Since I'm made of sugar, I'll melt. Alright, here we go. And nothing happened, as you can see. The raincoat protects me. Now I just need to find where they live. I'm still right on the surface of this ocean. I need to go way down deep, even deeper until it gets dark, dude. And after swimming for a long time, I finally reached the dark part, and look at that. I can already see them, bro. There's one here, another one up ahead, and oh my god. They stink so bad, they're literally releasing particles. Well, apparently they're harmless. I think it's because they're actually sleeping, right? So I better not make too much noise here. Ugh, but man, this creature is so ugly, that's insane. What I noticed is that their lantern doesn't seem to be working much. Probably because they're sleeping. Now, the next thing I'm gonna add isn't a mob, it's one of the worst bacteria that exists. It's kind of like a parasite. Besides being a vet, my friend's also a biologist, so I think it'll make sense. And creating it is gonna be pretty simple. Since it's a bacteria, I don't need to do much animation. It won't have arms or legs, for example. After modeling it, it looked like this. Now it's time to paint. I'm gonna make a texture, and I want it to be green. I think that's pretty typical for bacteria. After that, I filled it with effects. As you can see, it looks super gross, and that's exactly the point of a bacteria, right? Now I just need to shrink it, since it's supposed to be small. Look at the size of this thing. That's crazy. It's almost 1 pixel big, but I shrunk it so much that I couldn't animate it, so I'll have to make it a bit bigger. Alright, I managed to animate it, and this is how it looks when it's moving. It kind of crawls on the ground. I think that's a pretty cool effect. I already imported the mod. Now it's time to test it in Minecraft. Normally this parasite would live in caves, specifically in the water, but let's dig down, because I'm the test subject in this video. That's crazy. After digging for a long time, I finally found them. Look at this! Look at this, dude! One's already trying to grab me. Get off! Get off! Wait, it just went into my inventory? What the heck? How is that even possible? Look, it's even crawling up my hand. Get off! Get off! Get off me! I forgot to say, but this parasite eats brain. One already climbed up to my head. Good thing this Minecraft lets you revive, right? Anyway, my friend's totally gonna love this mod I'm making for him with so much care. I opened up my brain just to check, and look, it's already in there. Let's see what happens to me over the next few days. Ugh, this is so creepy. Oh my god. On the first day, sometimes I started feeling nauseous, but soon it would stop. By the 3rd or 4th day, I started throwing up a lot and even sneezing. After that, my health dropped a lot. My head started throbbing like this. And then yeah, I died, obviously, right? There's a freaking thing in my head. I forgot to say. But sometimes it would appear on my screen like this, as if I was hallucinating. The worst part is there's nothing on my screen. When I go back to first-person view, I see this thing floating here. I better create the next MOB before I go insane. The next one's gonna be the bloop. Luckily, I already had it modeled. It's 100% ready. That way, my friend will have time to play before going to work. The coolest animation is definitely the attack 1, it bites super slow since it's such a huge creature. Here are the other animations, like when it's swimming. The only place you'd be able to find the bloop would be out in the open ocean in the deepest part Minecraft can generate. I'm already here in the middle of the ocean. Now I just gotta wait for the beast to show up. It's huge, so there's no way to miss it. Dude, the size of that thing is insane. Holy crap, bro. What even is that? It decided to show up. I'll grab some wood here so I can get closer to it. I'm super curious to see what I created. Hopefully this wood is enough, right? Because it's the only tree I've got nearby. Okay, this should work. Let's craft a boat. Let's go. I'm honestly kind of scared to get close to it, dude. Look at that giant mouth. I'm gonna back off a little. What if I get sucked in? Actually, it looks like it's not moving. Let me get inside and see what it feels like to get swallowed by a bloop. I just hope it doesn't close its mouth, right? Oh my god, I think I'm inside its belly. And now what? Do I have to wait for it to like poop me out or something? Ugh, the water's shaking in here. It's making me dizzy. After a while, it finally spit me out. You guys don't even understand the size of this bloop. Look at that thing. I'm staying far from its fin. What if it sucks me down? Then that's it for me. I'm done for. It's literally a whole journey just to get to its tail. My friend's totally gonna love this since he's never seen anything like it in Minecraft. Now I'm gonna make this burning caterpillar. It's one of the worst animals I'm creating. The idea to make it is super simple. It's basically the same as making a leech. Since it's a caterpillar, the first thing I had to do was build the body structure and divide it into blocks where it's gonna bend. Exactly like the leech I made before. Told you. After finishing the structure, I went straight to the painting part. I noticed caterpillars have some red and dark details. Just adding those makes it look way more dangerous. I added a few more paint details and it turned out like this. This caterpillar's animation is no mystery. It just wiggles side to side because yeah, it's a caterpillar. Now it's time to make the mod and test it in game. Normally you'd find these caterpillars out in the wild. Look, there's one right here and I almost didn't even see it. If I step on it, I'll probably take damage, but I'm gonna do something even riskier. I'm gonna grab it with my hand. Let's see what happens, bro. I'm crazy. Whoa, get away from me. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Ow, ow, ow. What the heck? It's turning red. It turns red because it burns you. Your skin basically reacts to it. Get away from me. I threw it out. I don't want that thing. Yeah, you definitely have to be super careful with these little guys because the pain would be insane. I managed to finish the mod before my friend went to work, so I'm calling him to test it. Alright, my friend just joined the world. I spent the last 20 something minutes making this awesome mod for you to test since it's your birthday, right?
Oh, you didn't have to. So what does each one of them do?
Okay, let me explain. Come here, come here. The first one I made was this. Right here, it's a leech. And it basically sticks to your hand like this and causes a huge amount of pain.
Whoa, that's crazy. I've never seen one of those in real life, you know?
The second one I made was this one, the abyssal fish.
I think that's not its actual name. Abyssal fish is like its category. I think it has a scientific name.
Oh, I didn't know that, huh? Then I made this bloop.
Wow, that's awesome. But you know this doesn't exist in real life, right?
Of course I know that, duh. But I thought it'd be cool to put it in Minecraft. I made it as a gift for you. Stop complaining. Then I made this bacteria here that eats brain.
That sounds dangerous to mess with, dude.
And last but not least, I made this burning caterpillar.
Whoa, that's awesome. Thanks for the gift. It really suits me, huh?